Hello, what's up guys? Welcome back to Corrigoda's ENT. So if you are new to the channel guys, please remember the number one rules to subscribe. If you're already a part of the family, please remember to like the video, share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend about this channel guys. Yes guys, I'm on the road to 3K, and if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? So yes guys, so today the Prime Minister of Jamaica saying he's going to take serious measures, about the guns in Jamaica. And also, he talked about what's going on in Ukraine. Also, Lisa Hanna is talking about what went on in Ukraine, and she wished the students that is there, which is from Jamaica, come home safe. But anyway, people, I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to make you listen for yourself and hear what the Prime Minister have to say and Lisa Hanna. And also as students there, what she's saying.
Just concluded, before I came here, the National Security Council. And we have taken some strategic decisions there. The Customs Agency of Jamaica will now be formally brought in to the Get Every Illegal Gun campaign. We're going to be ensuring that there are no illegal guns coming in through our legal ports. It is now time that we get tough on the internal collaborators and facilitators who are allowing illegal guns to come into our country. And they get rich from it while the poor people in the country die from it. It is time that they face serious consequences for their actions. And I want them to know, without fear or favor, that we will be looking very seriously and very closely at the operations of those agencies and entities. So the Get Every Illegal Gun campaign has been expanded. And just as you have seen the new anti-gang task force rolling out and taking in some of the criminals, you will see a similar action within customs to get the illegal guns. And there are 27 students that remain in the Ukraine. 25 are in a city called Kharkiv, and one is in Kiev. 15 students have left the Ukraine. I have taken note of the public conversation regarding the government's attempt at assisting the students. In a time of crisis, in a time of war as this is for those students who are stuck in the Ukraine, the only effort of the government now must be to get them out. And we will be using all our efforts, all our channels, all our connections and friendships to ensure that we can safely get our students home, if they so choose to come. Because that is always a variable in the equation, the personal choices that free people make. And so there is this conversation regarding an offer of a loan for travel. I can say categorically that at this point in time, we would just offer to assist them to come home if they need the assistance. The offer of a loan to travel must be placed in context. This is not the first time that Jamaican students have been stuck in the Ukraine. In about 2013, 2014, when a similar situation, less intense at the time compared to this, occurred with Crimea, Jamaican students were stuck in the Ukraine. And it was the same procedure. It is not an unusual procedure. This is how most governments operate. They give the facility for their citizens to be able to get air tickets and travel plans right away, and then on their return, a program is worked out for repayment. My understanding is that this facility, which allowed some students then in 2013, 2014, thereabout, in that previous crisis, when they took it up and returned home, it was not pursued. But we are in a very sensitive time, and we understand about people's rights and how people are treated. And that sometimes the conversation does not get a chance to be properly fleshed out, properly analyzed against the other commitments that we get criticized for, which is, where is the accountability for public funds? If people choose to, by their own volition, take their own action, and then that impacts on the public, how do we account for that? And so in making good policy, these are things that governments have to consider. Not just this administration, but administrations before. Not just the Jamaican government, but governments all over. But because we are in this very sensitive time, and the conversations are not always properly led, but some of the conversation is misguided and seeks to caricature the government as uncaring, when the government has to be balancing all kinds of issues. And, you know, if you do well on one, it is likely you're going to be criticized for another. So what we always try to do is do what is right. What is right at this moment? The priority now is to get our students home. For last 2 to 3 weeks or so, my advice is that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs would have been in contact with some of the students there. I wouldn't say that I don't know if they've been in contact with all, but certainly with most of the students who are there. And right now, I believe the contact is still being maintained. We urge the students who are there to keep safe, keep listening to your information services, keep in touch with the embassy in Berlin and with your families here in Jamaica. Please know that the Minister of Foreign Affairs, as we speak, is trying to figure out how we can make some connections with friendly countries to assist if it should come to that. Presently, our understanding is that the airspace is closed, and the advice would be to stay in place and be as safe as you possibly can given the circumstances. So we pray for the students who are there. We pray for the people of Ukraine that this conflict will end and that there will be no more unnecessary loss of life.
If back in Jamaica's foreign affairs, to have foresight to see what is coming before it hits us in the face and focus when approaching our policy objectives. And we must have feeling to know how our actions and non-actions are going to impact the lives of others. It is only clear critical thought, not imprecision, that's going to take us through this complex global landscape at this time. What we're witnessing now in Ukraine is devastating, especially for Jamaican nationals or students who are there. And as we ask all to have a de-escalation of the tensions for a peaceful solution, we ask that our students are brought home. And if they can't be brought home, we ask that the lines of communication are kept open so that we know that they're safe. All of us want the best for the people of Ukraine and that region at this time. And we are all praying for a peaceful solution to this crisis.
So yes, guys, I have a voice note here for you guys to listen to a student that is studying in Ukraine, what she's saying. You know, basically she has said she left there to get a better education, you understand? And it's like she's signing her death sentence. It's my people, but I'm not going to talk too much on it. I'm going to listen for herself and hear what she have to say, because it's very sad, it's very painful. Just imagine being in a country, people, where bomber drop. You understand? Just imagine. You understand? So let's listen to what she have to say.
Like sending this, I'm trembling, like scared for my life. I don't believe that this is a war for me to fight. I'm not even a citizen here. So I'm just in a confusion and want it to make it out alive. To see that you really can't afford education in your own city, your own country, to flee from your country to make better for yourself is seeming to be even your own death sentence, just chasing your dream, just wanting to be ambitious and another great person in society. It's really sad. It's bringing tears to my eyes now. You leave your family, but will you return?
So yes, people, you hear what the student have to say, guys. You hear what Lisa Hanna have to say, and the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, have to say. You understand, people? Well, my take on this, I hope all those students go back home safe. You understand? I hope no more life no get lost, because you know some already got lost. There's I hope the country them decide to make peace, which it's kind of impossible, but that's all that I wish for. You understand? But people may not gonna really talk too much, because this kind of situation is very depressing to talk about, knowing that people's life is in danger. You understand? And it's like there's nothing you can do about it, because you know the airspace is closed. You know, so no plane can't fly, because you know Obama and them something they drop. So you know, make no sense to bring a plane up in our ears like a suicide mission. You understand? But anyway, people, blessings to you all. Bye, guys. I am out.